And tonight, our beautiful guest will be sharing her experiences being a mother of two. I am Ruffa&Agoy, a BP 2A student, your host for tonight. And welcome to Tanong Ko, Ina Mo. So, our beautiful guest for tonight is not only a mother of two, but she is also a full-time mom and a loving wife. She is also a full-time vlogger. So please join me in welcoming our beautiful guest, is no other than Juvie Marie Ablanque, but people knows her as Beth.
Hello, mga ka-world!
Good evening, Mommy.
Good evening.
So how are you tonight?
I'm doing well.
Oh, that's good. So by the way, thank you for gracing my invitation for tonight.
It's my pleasure to be here at your show.
Wow. So are you excited for my first question?
Yes, actually, when you called and then you explained to me what will be our topic for tonight, I was really very amazed because it's a seldom moment, or it's a seldom chances and opportunities that mothers are being asked of how's our situation as being a mom. So I'm very excited to be here, to be sitting with you guys, and to be sharing all of my experiences. So
are you ready for my first question?
yes,
Tanong ko,
ina mo.
So, my first question is, when did you know that you are pregnant?
With my first child,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
you all know that I am a mother of two. I was 21 that time, and I'm in a relationship with my ex-boyfriend, now my husband, for 9 years. So you won't expect that there's still a couple that reach 9 years before they get married. I won't say that it's an accident or it's an incident to have a child before marriage, but we had Chassie, my firstborn, before we get married. But I think we were on the right age when I had her. I had her when I was working in Cebu, and I was 21, and it was November when I first knew that I think I am pregnant with my first child. And my husband that time is, I think, 28 years old that time. That was when I first knew that I was pregnant with my first child, with Chassie.
But for Chelsea, for the
second child, actually, then we got married, and then we were happily married, and we had Chassie, and then I wasn't planning to have another one, since my experience with Chassie is not easy. My pregnancy was smooth, but then when I gave birth to her was a little challenging. And when we were still enjoying Chassie's companion, I forgot that we should add another one, because but for me, having one child, being blessed with one child is already enough. But for a child, being alone is nothing. It's not funny at all for them. So when Chassie was like saying, "Mom, why am I alone? When am I going to have a sister or a brother?" That time, she is wishing for a brother. She did not wish for a sister. So so we were talking with her daddy, and then her daddy always wanted to have many, because the more the merrier, he said. And then but for me, because I'm the mother, I am the one who gave birth. So for me, it's not easy. So that time, I think Chassie was 5 years old. She was already 5 years old when we decided to have another try. So, but you know, Papa has always been forcing us to have another one when Chassie was still 2, and then she's 3, but I didn't mind the, you know, the teasing and the request of my papa and mama, because for me, I still wanted to enjoy the companion of Chassis. I was really focused because actually, to all our viewers, as you know, I am a workaholic person. But when I got married and had our first child, I stopped my work. So I became a full-time mom. Every time I am pregnant, every time we had a child, for our second also I stopped. And so I make sure that I should be the one who will take care of my kids. And so to make the long story short about when did I knew about our second child, Chelsea, I had her when I think we made her on our vacation in Camotes. So I knew that I had her because we flew to Manila that last May of 2017, not April, because I had Chelsea. I think I'm pregnant with Chelsea on June or July like that. So I will give birth at March.
Tanong ko,
Ina mo.
for the second question, during your pregnancy, what are the challenges that you experienced and how did you manage to bear it for 9 months?
In pregnancies, it's not always the same. But in my case, I didn't experience morning sickness. I thank God for that because for both of my children, I did not experience morning sickness, cravings. My face is still normal. My face is still normal, and they say that I became more beautiful when I had them. And then so I think okay, when you became beautiful, I think it's a girl like that. So I wanted to be ugly. Because I always wanted to have one boy and one girl. But then God is always like has always the last say. So we can pray for it, but God, it will still be saying the last say. So He will always be the last person to decide for our lives. So my experience with Chassis is the same with Chelsea. There is no difficulty, but there's no difficulty during our pregnancy for the 9 months journey. The only challenge that I had was with Chelsea. I almost slipped into our staircase. Yes, I actually slipped, but not
Really?
like until on the last on the last floor, on the last stairs. So I was feeding Chassis kittens. She was like asking me, "Mom, can you feed all my kittens?" And then it was raining outside, and then
But that time you were pregnant.
I think we had checked up already. I had my OB already, and then so when you age, you have to know that when you age, so all our viewers there, you have to know when you age, like when you grow older and you get pregnant, the older you get, the harder for you to conceive or to be pregnant. And then your experiences also is becoming harder. And then so in my case, I was already 28 when I had Chassis, when I had Chelsea, the second child. So I make sure that I will have a private OB or a private doctor to look after me because I am already like 28. So it's not young anymore. So the older you get, the harder the experience will be. And the experience also for Chelsea is really traumatic for me as a mom because when you sleep, good thing I did not experience the spotting and anything. So I make sure that I called my OB and then they asked me if there's a spotting. What did you experience? Is there cramps in your stomach? I said no, but they asked me to have an ultrasound. So that's the only thing. That's the only hardship I had when I get pregnant. So I am really grateful that I experienced differently from all the other moms out there because it's not easy to be pregnant.
Tanong ko,
Ina mo.
so Mommy, can you tell us before and after pregnancy, what is the changes in your life? Like now that you have a
Too, okay. So, of course, our listeners out there it's for general, so it's for everybody. My experience when when before I get pregnant, that now that the life changes, the life changing moment that I experienced is that now I understand how it felt when our mother always remind us before when I was young that you will experience, you will understand how it is being a mom when you become one. So that's the life changes, and it's since I became single for a long time, I did not I don't have regret when I get married actually, because I think I experienced everything that I had to experience as a single person. I experienced partying and going home 7 a.m. in the morning. Yes, it's true. And then that's because you're single.
Yeah.
Because you don't think about like who there's someone waiting for you in your house. So I worked. Since I work harder, so I had to treat myself.
Yeah.
So I partied with some of my American and Korean friends. So I had all that. I experienced all that, and then good thing I don't have vices. So that's the only thing I am proud of. But I had experience that I tried smoking.
Really?
Yes. I tried smoking. So that I will understand. I will. What's that? It's for like when you're young, you always wanted to experience new things, right? Yeah, you wanted to experience what is it felt like to be a smoker like that. So when I had that experience, I said I am not going to be a smoker, because aside from it's very expensive, because I counted how many peso I buy every time I smoke, and then I did not even get addicted. There some people are like when they try it, they wanted to more. Yeah, they wanted. I didn't. I don't have that kind of like thinking that I should crave for more like that. And then that's my single life. When I had my babies, it's the priority became different. So before, I don't mind going home late, I don't mind sleeping late, I don't mind spending a lot of money, I don't mind what other people say. But this time that I am a mom, my concern is always my children's welfare. Also, I say welfare because as a whole, their needs, their attention, the love, of course, that's the very important thing. Before, if being single before is, I always laag, or I always go around and party here, party there, and meet with my friends here, meet with my friends. Now, no more. Everything is turned off. Everything is turned off, and you will now know your priorities when you become a mom.
Yes.
And I am glad that I did, because some mothers there are still confused. Some mothers there are still denial. So those denial moms they should wake up, because it's not you who will benefit from it. It will be your child's sake. So that's my experience. So that's according to my experience. So I hope that all of you guys there watching, you had also the same experience as mine. And soon you also when you become a mom, and when you get married, you will also understand why I say that, why I experience like this.
So,
next question.
The last is that.
So that's the last question.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is our last question for tonight. So, what can you say or advise to all the brothers out there?
Okay, so to all our listeners and viewers out there, my only advice, there's a lot of advices that you can give as a mother. My only advice is become a mom. Love your career being a mother, because when you don't love your new career, so I call it my new career because I don't work anymore. I just manage our business, but my priority is our family, our children. So because that's the problem of being a mother. Like you became a mother in just an instant like that, and then so you won't it won't like sink in that you're already a mom. But as long as you will accept, but as long as you will love what's your daily routine as a mom, there will be no more there will be no child crying. If you will see our children, if you will see my children, they're not thin. They're all like their mom. So they're healthy because I prioritize them. I make sure that their welfare is being attended to. please, for all the mothers out there, do not take your child for granted. They did not wish to come here in this world, but we made them. You asked for them. God bless you with them, right? So I just hope that we are just only the shepherd of our children. So we should take good care of our children, not just our children, but also our husband. So when you become a good mother, you have to know the balance of everything. So because some moms, they tend to forget when they become a mother, they tend to forget that they are also a wife.
Yes.
Please, mothers out there, before you became a mom, you were a wife, right? So you have to balance everything. It's everything is about balance. Everything is about time management. Everything is about priority. So when you become a mother, do not forget that they have a father. So show them, became a role model to your children, so that when they get older, especially become their spiritual mentor or spiritual leader. When you are a God-rooted family, when you lead your children into a Christian life, everything is easy, everything is smooth. Problems are just problems. There are problems like that, but problems won't be a problem anymore since you have God. So become a mother, a godly mother to your children, and godly wife to your husband. So that's I think that's the best advice. And for actually, I think your question is also for becoming mothers and who are now mothers. So that's it. Be careful for those who are pregnant right now. Just be careful. Just follow what your doctors advises, and just enjoy being pregnant. Think positive. Be a happy pregnant, because when you are positive, when you're happy pregnant, your child also is happy. So that's it. That's the only advice. So I hope that you learned something from me. It's just it's just a very short interview, but it will touch everyone's life, every mother's life.
What a beautiful message, Mommy.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity being here in your talk show, Ruffa, and thank you for having me.
Thank you.
There are a lot of mothers that she can invite, but she chose me, so it's my honor to be talking in front of you guys. So I hope you've learned something from me.
Yes.
I hope you will also take my advices, and you will also learn from me when you become a mom.
Soon.
Okay.
So that's it for tonight. I hope you enjoy and learn something from our guest for tonight. And thank you for tuning in my podcast. Tanong ko,
Ina mo.
yeah.